Shut the up when cops ask questions. A reminder that cops can lie to you. Yes, they can. They can say whatever the they want. They can make it up. They can say things to scare the shit out of you, and it's all designed to get you to talk, to make you say things.
This is 100% true. Oftentimes, police officers, in order to meet their quotas for whatever it may be, speeding tickets or pulling people over with this or that, whatever it is, they'll coerce whoever the person is into telling them something or giving them information that they didn't really need to give them, but it'll just mark up their papers. In fact, in a sec, I'll tell you a story about mine that if I didn't have a lawyer, I would definitely still have a messed up record for something that I didn't even do off of a traffic stop.
Now, it's no good if you lie to the cops, because if you end up getting busted and going to court, they're going to find out you lied. So never, ever, ever lie to the cops. What do? We say, I'm not discussing my day. And we shut up. And we don't answer questions when the cops ask, because we don't have to.
But oftentimes when you get pulled over, if it's not just a basic questions, just don't answer them. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you have a lawyer on retainer or you have the ability to get one and you need one, just be quiet. And don't say anything that could, criminalize you for any reason.
It's none of their business where we're going, where we're coming from. What's that smell? What's that drink you had? How many drinks have you had? Why are you nervous? Why are your eyes red? None of it is their business.
So many of you know I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, but I live in New Jersey. And I've been living out here for several years now, since 2016. And there was this one evening I was coming back from a club. And I was speeding. I'll give you that. I was going about 20 miles over the speed limit. But when I got pulled over, I got the breathalyzer test and everything. I blew a 0.0 twice, right? Twice, which is a good indication that I have no alcohol in my system. Man, these people tore my car up. They tore it up. They took me to jail. I had to get people to come get me out at like 6 a.m. And this was when I was kind of fresh in New Jersey. So luckily people had me there. But I ended up having to go to court and basically prove you guys are trying to get me a DWI when I blew a 0.0 twice, 2 times. But no. See, if I didn't have the money for a lawyer, that would still be on my record for something that I didn't even do. Yes, I was speeding, but was I driving drunk? No, and they had the proof of that. And again, if it wasn't for a lawyer, I would have been screwed. And unfortunately, this type of stuff happens to people all the time because they know, this guy might not be able to have a lawyer. This woman might not be able to get a lawyer. Let's just do them in.
The Fifth Amendment protects us. Shut the when cops ask questions. Be safe. And that's it.
And then, when I was locked up and they had me in there, they was trying to get me to sign all these papers and stuff, like to take this drug test and take that drug test. And they were like, you don't have to do it, but you should do it because if you don't do it, it'll look bad to the judge. And it's like, so I don't have to do it, but you're recommending that I do. And then the lawyers are like, nah, you didn't need to do that. And again, luckily I was all good, but I've had firsthand experience of law enforcement coercing me into giving this up or giving that up, or just flat out lying about what happened, about, what went down. I smelled alcohol on his breath. Oh, really, sir? That's why I blew a 0.02 times. Yes, of course. And of course I won that case. I didn't even have to, the judge was like, okay, I've seen enough. And they gave me like a ticket to, it was like, don't get pulled over for another like 6 months or something. And I was good. But again, that was just a personal story to show that, when you get pulled over, just be quiet. Don't answer questions that you don't have to answer if you're not comfortable, because by law, you do not have to.
I'm sorry, I was talking. Is that all right?
You'd answer my question. We'll take a look at the next exhibit. Thank you.
As long as you're happy, sir.
And that is Johnny Depp. At his defamation trial against Amber Heard, the Hollywood star has been crushing Heard's lawyer.
It's a pathetic attempt.
Mr. Depp, please just respond to the question that I'm asking you.
What's your
next question?
Yes, the lawyer's last name is Rottenborn. Depp's wit has gone viral. Here he is responding to tabloid headlines.
An article published in Vanity Fair on May 10th, 2017 is entitled, Johnny Depp's Financial Woes Might Sink the Next Pirates of the Caribbean. Did I read that right?
You did. I don't know
the
how
next
my
article,
financial woes would do
May
that.
25th, 2017, a year and a half before the op-ed was published. An article entitled, Where did it all go wrong for Johnny Depp? After a string of flops and a ton of bad press, Johnny Depp's star power looks as wobbly as Jack Sparrow on a plank. Did I read that right?
You read that very, very well.
The next one.
And that prompted laughter from nearly everybody in the courtroom's public seats. Depp has also shown his vulnerabilities.
Ms. Heard was flinging insults left, right, and center, and she then grabbed that bottle and threw that.
He described seeing his finger severed.
What I felt was, I felt heat. I felt heat, and I felt as if something were dripping down my hand, you know. And then I looked down and realized that the tip of my finger had been severed. I think that I went into some sort of, I don't know what a nervous breakdown feels like, but that's probably the closest that I've ever been. Nothing made sense. And I knew in my mind and in my heart, this is not life. This is not life.
By all accounts, the trial in Fairfax, Virginia has been riveting. Johnny Depp is widely known for his role in the Pirates of Caribbean franchise. He is suing Heard, his ex-wife, for defamation over an opinion piece she wrote and is seeking $50 million in damages. Heard is countersuing Depp for $100 million. Heard is a model and actress who starred in the 2018 movie Aquaman. In December of 2018, she wrote an op-ed for the Washington Post titled, "I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change." She said in the article that she'd become a public figure representing domestic abuse, but did not mention Depp's name. Depp's legal team says Heard's article clearly refers to Depp and that Heard's, quote, false allegations had a significant impact on Mr. Depp's family and his ability to work in the profession he loved. Heard's lawyers say the First Amendment protects what she wrote and that the evidence in the trial will show that Heard suffered domestic abuse at the hands of Johnny Depp. To win the defamation case, Depp will have to prove that Heard knowingly made false claims. And establishing anybody's knowledge, a crucial part of proving defamation, is almost always a tough legal climb. However, regardless of how this case turns out, Johnny Depp has already helped himself. His likability and compelling appearances on the witness stand have rebuilt his image. Instead of being known for alleged spousal abuse, which frightened Hollywood studios and put a freeze on Depp's opportunities, now he has legions of new fans who like him personally and feel he has been wronged. And that kind of connection between the public and a movie star is Hollywood gold.